Hello students, in today's lecture we are going to study ethical issues in OB. So you have learned business ethics, so you know what is meant by ethics. Now ethics means it's a study of moral principles that determine whether the actions are right or wrong and whether the outcomes are good or bad. That means in Marathi we call it as naitikta. Okay, and ethical behavior is the behavior which is accepted as good and right. When we have been brought up in our family, we are frequently being told by our family members, friends, relatives that this is good and this is bad, isn't it? So which is ethical behavior which is considered to be good in the society, right behavior, he or she is on the right track, whether if they are behaving in ethically, ethically if they are behaving, they'll be called as good people, isn't it? So what is good and what is bad, that differentiation we know it right from childhood, right? Because all our family members especially keep on telling us that this behavior is called as good behavior, isn't it? You should always speak truth, isn't it? You should respect your elders, isn't it? So these are the things. If a child is behaving in this manner, we say that he's having a ethical behavior, isn't it? So he's morally good. His behavior is being accepted in the society, isn't it? And if you disrespect your teachers, your elders, your parents, if you lie frequently, then that behavior is considered to be a bad behavior, right? So our family, especially our parents, keep on telling us that you should never lie, isn't it? You should always tell the truth. You should have that daring to tell the truth, isn't it? So ethics means what is good and what is bad. That is the identification between good and bad. And ethical behavior is the behavior which is morally accepted as good and the right behavior. Okay, now so in this today's lecture we are going to deal with the which are the issues in OB, ethical issues. So what are called ethical issues? Ethical issues are the matters involved in the management of business which are directly or indirectly concerned with the welfare of human beings, isn't it? Because we want to satisfy our employees, we want to get work done from them. So definitely ethical issues are related to the ethical behavior, how you should behave in the society whenever we are talking about OB. And managerial decisions and OB, including managers, influence the welfare of consumers, employees, and society at a large. Right. So your behavior as a business organization, as a management, with your fellow employees, with your subordinates, with your colleagues, with society, with the government, with customers, with all your stakeholders, it matters a lot, isn't it? So here we are going to identify, or we have divided these ethical issues into 4 parts. One by one we are going to see which are those. So first one is ethical issues in decision making. Okay, so in decision making, again there is certain criteria. That means whenever you go for decision making, a manager is called as a decision maker. You frequently keep on taking the decisions, isn't it? So we can say that decision making is an important function of any management, and ethic is one of the important aspect of decision making. Okay, so ethical decision making can be considered on basis of criterias. Okay, now those criterias we are going to see. The first is utilitarianism. Okay, now this criteria under decision making, it is about to provide a greatest welfare to the number of people, and that means you have to do good to many people. Okay, so it goes hand in hand with efficiency, productivity, and high profits. Okay, so it always it considers the welfare of people at large. Okay, many number of people or more number of people should get the benefit out of it. That is what this approach or this criteria believes in. Okay, then second one is focus on rights. Okay, so what fundamental right we have got from our constitution is that that basic right of freedom of expression, isn't it? We have the freedom in our country to express ourselves. Okay, so this criteria believes in right of individual. Okay, so it respects and protects the rights of individuals, and especially, for example, as I told, freedom of expression. Now if there are certain employees who are ready to express themselves about the illegal things going on in the business or unethical things to be expressed outside the organization to the press or government agency. If these employees are willing to furnish such kind of information, it is called as whistleblower, or this term is called as whistleblowing. Here this is the term where your own employees, they believe in ethics, they have their own values and principles in life, and when they find something unethical is going on, illegal is going on in the organization, they are ready to explain what is going on with evidence to the society, to the press, to the government agency, in society at a large we can call. So they are ready to express or show the grey side of the organization, darker side of the organization to the society. They are called as whistleblowers. Okay, so under this focus on right, this criteria protects and respects this right. That means here it is allowed for the employees to express themselves with liberty. Okay, so this criteria, it creates it gives a good privacy and freedom to individual, we can say. Then the next one is focus on justice. Here this criteria believes that justice should be given to all of them, no injustice should be done. As far as decision making is to be considered, seniority based things are considered over here. That means the most senior people are considered here to or their opinion is considered here for decision making. This criteria protects the interest of less powerful, and it reduces the risk taking, innovation and productivity ability. Okay, so these were the things which were included in decision making. At the same time, there are certain influencing ethical factors which influence the ethical decision making behavior that we are going to see. The first one is stage of moral development. So it is moral development. That means it is the assessment of person's capacity to judge what is morally right. As I told, that right from childhood we know this is good and this is bad. So if an individual's moral development is very high, the individual is less dependent on outside to take the moral decision. That means once an individual is morally very high, he will take his own decision, and his decisions will not be influenced by any other third person or other external factors. Okay, on the other hand, if moral development is medium, the person is influenced by peers, organization, rules and procedure. Peers means those people who are working with you, they are at the same designation as like you. Okay, your colleagues you can call. So if your moral development is medium, then people will their decision making ability will be influenced by their peers, then the rules, procedures of organization, etc. And on the other hand, if the moral development is very high, first time we saw it was only high, here it is very high, the person highly respects the rights of others and very likely to challenge the organization. He will take his own decision, he will have that freedom to express himself, he will not care about anybody. Okay, what is right according to him, he will take the decision, and he will protect the right of other people also. Okay, this is called as a moral development. Okay, the next part which influence the decision making is a locus of control. Now this is a personality characteristic. It shows the extent to which a person believes that he or she is responsible for the events in his life or her life. Okay, so those people with external locus of control are less likely to take the responsibility for the consequences of their behavior. That means we find certain people in the society who believe that whatever is happening, it is because, they'll blame other person. Whatever is happening in their own life, they will not take the responsibility that this is the result of their own behavior. Okay, so they are more likely to rely on external influences, and they don't have their own ethical standards, and that we can say. And last comes over here is organizational environment. So it is employees' perception of organizational expectations, whether the organization encourages or discourages ethical behavior through action is important, and high ethical decision making depends upon the written codes of ethics, high moral behavior by seniors, performance appraisal that evaluates, and visible recognition of high moral behavior, visible punishment for those who act unethically. ethical behavior depends upon your organizational environment, isn't it? If your organization is having good high moral behavior, by your seniors are having good high moral behavior, then automatically you also start following them, okay, because juniors always follow the seniors, isn't it? So these are the points which are considered in ethical issues in decision making. Okay, so the next part over here is ethical issues in concerning consumers. So, what sort of ethical behavior is expected as far as consumers are considered? Ethical behavior requires that customers should be provided the right quality of product for the price paid by the customer. That means whatever price the customer is ready to pay you, you should give him the right quantity of that product and expected quality of that product. That would be the ethical behavior towards your consumer. Okay, so you should not exploit the consumers by charging higher prices. Black marketing, adulteration should be avoided. Okay, and obeying of laws relating to these matters is, of course, it is expected. This is also under ethical behavior. So ethics should be at higher level over and above the minimum ethical behavior is expected, but your behavior should be above that. Okay, and then comes ethical issues in HRM, that is human resource management. So here human resource manager has to see to it that there is no discrimination in any personnel in any matter. Okay, no partiality is done between two employees, and generally discrimination just exists on the basis of religion, race, gender. So physical looks, age, there are so many parameters on which discrimination takes place. So because of discrimination, what happens, people get depressed, and that is a sign of an injustice done to those people, and discrimination tends to reduce this diversity. Okay, so which are the main HR areas where ethical issues do arise? Is first one is selection of the candidate in the organization. So this should be made as per the law scientifically, and there should be no discrimination and favoritism whenever you select a candidate in the interview for your vacancy to be filled in your organization. Okay, then second is promotion is the another area, HR area, where discrimination do take place. So whenever you are expecting an ethical behavior in HRM, in promotion should always be based on seniority or merit based, or there should be a combination of seniority and merit, and no favoritism should be done. Okay, because promotion is a motivation. Okay, so whenever a candidate is selected for to be promoted, promotion means going on the higher hierarchical level of management, right? So your salary goes increases, your responsibilities increases, your nature of job increases, and your designation also undergoes a change. And people are very fond of promotion, isn't it? Whenever you seek a job, you don't want to retire at this having the same designation after 30 years, isn't it? You want to be promoted, you want to be on the highest post whenever you retire, isn't it? So promotion is a natural kind of a tendency which is expected by human being whenever he is seeking a job. So promotion should never be having an influence of favoritism. It should always be based on seniority and merit, or it should be a combination of both. Especially seniority is very important over here, because if your junior is is promoted, and if your senior is being denied promotion, then definitely there will be certain kind of clashes in the organization. Then healthy environment gets polluted in the organization, isn't it? So people will be having some odds against management, and your morale of your employee will decrease. Therefore, this is an ethical behavior where you should promote your employees on the basis of their seniority as well as merit. Then in case of transfer is another area of HR where there should be a consistent policy about transfer. It should not be considered as a punishment. Transfer should not be done too frequently, isn't it? That means if a person is transferred from one place to another place, that place should be a convenient place for him. He should not feel that he is being punished by the management by transferring him from one place to another. And transfer should not be done frequently, otherwise the morale of that employee decreases, isn't it? So it should be done after a longer period of time. So it should be convincing kind of a transfer. If necessary, then only you should do it, and it should not be frequently done. And the last part is termination. This unethical practices should be prevented, that is unfair labor practices, unsafe workplace, long working hours, no redressal, non implementation, or sexual harassment of employees. So these things should be avoided in the organization. And termination, in case of termination of job, a last come first go principle should be followed. So seniority should be protected, and this kind of behavior should not be accepted. Unethical practices, the organization should follow the legal requirements and adopt certain measures to avoid such kind of especially sexual harassment of employees. Okay, so that is what it's included in ethical issues in HR. And then last point is ethical issues concerning the environment. So in case of environment, what we can do is, as the business operates in the community and works within a physical ethical framework, it has to consider the environment as an ethical issue. So now global warming is we are having so many environmental issues, burning issues regarding environment. Industrial waste is increasing, and the need has emerged to adopt ecologically sustainable development. And therefore you have to try to speak loud about ethics in protecting the environment. You should go for paperless office, green campus, such kind of measures should be adopted in the organization, which are considered as ethical, your moral responsibility to protect the environment. You should look after your industrial waste, see to it that you are not wastage is not being polluting your rivers and natural resources of water. So all these things have to be considered very very seriously, which are considered as ethical issues regarding the environment. Okay, so these are the 4 ethical issues in OB which we studied today. So with this we will end with today's lecture. Thank you.